guys, what's up? It's Olivia. So it is past times right now at UC Davis, which means everyone is asking around trying to figure out which class professor combo is the best one to take. So today I thought I'd share with you my favorite class and professor combos, lower division, and then upper division psych courses to try to help you out a little bit. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I really want to get to 7,000 subscribers before the end of November. And then if you think it is helpful, then share it with your fellow Aggies. First must-take class is Psych 1 with Dr. Thompson. The textbook that he uses is so easy to read. It's actually written by a journalist, so really easy format to read. He gives study guides, great instructor. His class is what made me want to be a psych major. If you have no former psych experience, like if you didn't take AP Psych, you're totally fine and can score really great in the class. I have no idea who teaches the other Psych 1 sessions, but I do know that people who didn't take Dr. Thompson decided to never take Psych again, decided to change their majors. So if you plan on taking Psych 1, take it with Dr. Thompson. Next is Psych 41, which is Research Methods in Psych. Only take this class if you're a psych major and you have to. If you're not a psych major, don't take this class because it's really, really difficult. You are gonna have to go to office hours for it, but between the couple of professors that teach it, take Dr. Cross, Dr. Victoria Cross. She is so enthusiastic about the subject. She has like in-class demonstrations and okay, research methods, kind of a really boring topic, but she makes it interesting. She makes it enthusiastic. She really like understands how to get you to understand the concepts in your head. If you're taking 41, take it with Dr. Cross. If she's not taking it that quarter, wait until she is. Next class is NPB 10. I think it's physiology, with Dr. Bautista. Again, he's just a fantastic professor, and the way he does his notes and stuff is he actually, you know those projector things, you might have had them in like elementary school or high school, but the professor writes like on the thing and then it projects it onto the screen. That's what he uses, and so it's really helpful because as he's writing down things, you can write it down as well, so he's not going like crazy fast through slides. There's no slides at all. He does that, and everything that's on the notes is what's gonna be on the exam. So I think you do have to like read this online book thing and take quizzes just for participation, but that stuff isn't on the exam. Only what is on his sheet is on the exam. Okay, this next class, this professor, when I took the class, she said it was her last time teaching. I don't know if it was her last time teaching that course just for a little bit or forever, but if this professor teaching this class again, take it. It is Nut 10 Nutrition with Dr. Applegate. Dr. Applegate is amazing. She was literally on Mythbusters one time. She's really well known. She like writes for this like runner's magazine and like all these other things. She is amazing. So in the class, you have to buy a textbook, and it's actually a book that she wrote. And so it goes hand in hand with the class. There are review sessions, there are extra credit opportunities, there are study guides. Really great class. I learned a ton. There's a small project you have to do during it, but it's not that bad. So Nut 10, Dr. Applegate, if she's teaching again, make sure you take it. I also want to say that these classes are classes that I have taken. So I've heard, you know, a bunch of other professors that it's like, oh yeah, take them for Stats 13, take them for Psych 140. But because I didn't personally take them, I'm not putting them on this list. Yeah, I'm only suggesting the professors that I really, really liked from the classes that I took. Next is UWP 101. So at Davis, you have to take an upper division writing course at some point. You can test out of it, but they only offer the test like 2 times a year, so you might have to take this anyway. If you're not able to get your like specialized class, then take UWP 101 with Dr. Strandjord. This is her first quarter at UC Davis, fall 2017. Oh my God. It's fall 2017. It's her first quarter at UC Davis, but she is a really great professor. She is so cool. We get kind of sleepy, you know, because the time of the class, and so she has to stand up and stretch, and she's young too. But she's really great. She's really cool. Again, it's one of those things where like, you know, you turn your draft, but the draft doesn't get graded because it's just a draft, and so you get a bunch of feedback on it, and the assignments are a little bit confusing at first when you don't understand them. However, I think a large part of that is because we were her first class, so she didn't necessarily have examples. She's taught before at semester system schools, but this is just her first time at a quarter system school. But she's fantastic now, so once she like gets the rhythm of the quarter system better, she's gonna be that much better. But highly recommend Dr. Strandjord for UWP 101. Next is Communication 141, which is Media Effects with Dr. Drew. I think his last name is pronounced Cingel. It's Cingel. I'm currently taking that class and absolutely love it. It's very standard if you've taken psych classes before. You read an article before each class. They're usually not too long, and it's very interesting stuff. So like you don't mind reading it. And then he puts up slides before class. You do the slides during class. 3 midterms total, so 2 midterms and a non-cumulative final during finals week. But this is such a great course. It's incredibly interesting. It's not too heavy workload wise. There's not a bunch of like crazy extra like papers, like anything like that. Also currently on 141, it says that mass communications is a prereq. And now that Davis is like enforcing prereqs, you just have to send him a petition and he'll approve it. He said they're trying to get it removed for next quarter, so you might not have to deal with that, but you do not have to have any communication experience before this class. The next class that I highly recommend is Communication 136, which is Organizational Communication with Dr. Virginia Hamilton. Dr. Hamilton is awesome. She has so many years experience as a business consultant out in the real world. And so when she talks about like corporate culture and climate and different leadership styles and things like that, she has examples from her real life, from the workforce, from the corporate world that she can share with you. The Communication 136 is so great. And if you get A's in 2 of Dr. Hamilton's classes, she will write you a letter of recommendation. So that's what I did, and she's writing me a letter of rec. And yeah, I just respect her so much. Such a great class. She gives you study guides. She does like an outline and slides and stuff that you just follow, and then you do have to read the book, but she gives a specific study guide for which question she's going to ask from the book. Now we're moving on to upper division psychology classes. So the first psych class I recommend is Social Psych with Dr. Ledgerwood. I don't remember if this was Psych 151 or Psych 150, but whatever Social Psych with Dr. Ledgerwood is, take it. Dr. Ledgerwood is awesome. This is another class where the book completely lines up with lecture, which is so nice. Also, it's again 2 midterms and then non-cumulative final. And I think we actually took the 3rd midterm during week 10, so you didn't have anything during finals week. She does, I think 2 or 3 times an aha moment where you take some social psychological concept that you learned and online just write a paragraph of, oh yeah, this relates to my life, and oh yeah, I see this in my life now, blah, blah, blah. She talks about Harry Potter and just real life relatable stuff. She is really young as well, and yeah, great class, loved it, got an A+ in it, definitely recommend it. Another class for psych majors is 168, which is Abnormal Psych with Dr. Eva Schepeler. This is a class where if Schepeler is not teaching it, wait until she is teaching it. Change around your schedule. If you're busy during that time, which you probably won't because it's from like 6 to 8 p.m. on like Monday, Wednesday night, I recommend this class. I recommend it if you think you want to go into therapy or be a therapist or a psychologist, because that's what I thought I really wanted to do. Then I took this class and said, no way, there's no way I could do this for the rest of my life. So if you think you want to go that route, then take this class. If you have no interest in crazy people, then don't take this class because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of memorization of like the DSM-5, and you have to learn for, let's just say, depression. You have to learn the prevalence rates, the age of onset, the different symptoms, the different drugs to treat it, the different types of therapies to treat it, how they used to treat it, the difference between like catatonic versus whatever. So it is a lot of information, a lot of memorization, but I think I got an A+ in that class as well. And then there is a short extra credit project that you can do where you read a book and write like a short like book report on it. So I read mine about this woman who had like borderline personality disorder. Take it with Dr. Eva Schepeler because she's one of those people who has like 20 years experience being a clinical psychologist. So it's not someone just like, oh yes, this is what the DSM-5 says, but I've never had experience with it. No, she has client experience with all of these schizophrenia and schizoids and borderline personality and all of that stuff. Those are all of my class recommendations. Obviously I took 180 units worth of classes at Davis. I didn't mention all of them because I was either like about the class or have very negative views about the professor. And We're not gonna talk about negative stuff on here, only the positive stuff. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment below what class you're excited to take next quarter. Please subscribe to my channel. I really wanna get to 7,000 before the end of November. That's my 21st birthday, so hoping to get to 7,000 by then. Anyways, hope you guys have an awesome day. Remember to keep dreaming out loud, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.